Welcome to our class. Welcome to our class of management. Now, today I would like us to look at the business policy. The business policy. So, in the business policy, we are going to look at the social responsibilities, social and ethical responsibilities of management. Social and ethical responsibilities of management. I would like us to start with the definition of ethics. So when we say ethics, we mean the choices which managers make, which can affect the ability of employees, customers, suppliers, stakeholders, and anyone with interest in the management. So the choices. Managers make, which may affect the ability of workers, customers, stakeholders, and anyone interested with the organization. So those choices which managers can make and affect the customers or those who are involved in the activities of the organization. So ethics can tell you who has the right to what and when. Ethics can tell you, or managers must often decide. They can decide who has the right to what and when. So no matter the decisions which they make, the actions of managers allocate benefits to people. They allocate benefits to people. So ethics as applied to management refers to concept of interactive responsibility. It refers to concept of interactive responsibility. The concept of interactive responsibility. So when we say interactive responsibility, you are supposed to ask yourself, who is responsible for which, and who should benefit or harmed by an action. So who should be harmed or benefit from a particular action which you are going to take as a manager. That's what we mean when we say ethics. So that is now when it is applied to management. So when ethics is applied to discipline, it deals with what is good or bad. Ethics can tell you what is good or bad. or what is right or wrong, or specifically moral duties and obligations of management. You can understand, are you doing the good things, are you doing the wrong things, are you right or you are wrong. That is ethics. So in our studies, we can say ethics is a study of how our decisions affect other people. It is a study of how our decisions affect other people. How will your decision affect the other people around you? How will your decisions, how will your activities affect the surrounding? That is the surrounding, these are the other people. So, or you can say it is a study of people's rights and duties and the rules that people apply in making decisions. Study of people's rights and the duties, rights and the duties, and the rules that people apply in making decisions. So all these are the definitions. So in most cases in business we cannot avoid making decisions. We must make decisions. So how will these decisions affect the people around you? So we have 4 definitions here. We have the 4 definitions. We have the choices of managers which they make, and these choices may affect the ability of workers. Customers can be the consumers or the suppliers, the creditors. Stakeholders, these are the owners, can be the shareholders or the directors or the owners of the business, and also anyone who is interested with the organization, like the investors they are interested with the organization. So the decisions which the managers make, how are they going to affect them? They can be either positively or negatively. Those are ethics. Also, how are you going to interact as a manager with your workers or your employees? So we can say ethics is the concept of interactive responsibility. It's a concept of interactive responsibility. If you are going to interact with your employees in the right manner, they are going to benefit from you. If you are going to interact with them in a negative way, they are going to suffer. So the way you are going to affect their lives, how you are going to interact with them, that is ethics. And also we can say in our studies, ethics is a study of how decisions affect, how our decisions affect other people. If you are an employee, the decision which you are making, how is it going to affect your employer? If you are the employer, the decision which you make, how is it going to affect your employees? Is it positively or negatively? So we are going to look at the wrong things and the right things. Then you can say also ethics is the study of people's rights and duties and the rules that people apply in making decisions. Your rights and your duties, you know how you do them, and also which rules are you going to apply in making those decisions. If you are going to use tough rules, are you going to affect the other people in a positive way or a negative way? That is ethics. Now let us look at the levels of ethics. Levels of ethics. Okay, we have 5 of them. We have 1. We have social level. We have the social level. Okay, when we say social, we mean interactive. So this level deals with the basic institutions in society. It deals with basic institutions in the society. For example, the issues on the role of the government in the marketplace. That's an example. Issues of the role of government in the marketplace. It can either have merits or demerits. There are some rules which can be imposed in the market, which can be either benefit your business, that is you get more profits, or the others can affect you negatively. We call them demerits. Instead of getting a profit, you suffer a loss. So those are socio ethics, or social level of ethics. So in this case, managers, they have a role to shape the debates on social welfare. So the managers, they are supposed to come up with a way on how to shape the welfare or the social welfare of the people around them. Another level is the stakeholder level. And number 2, stakeholders level. So when you say stakeholders level, these are the ethical levels which affect a group of people. So a company must deal with this issue of how it makes their decisions, which can affect all those groups of people who are involved in the formation of the company. So in most cases, we have the employees, we have the suppliers, customers, and the shareholders. The decisions which you make sure they affect the stakeholders, or stakeholders, I've said the shareholders, the employees, the customers, and the suppliers. They are the stakeholders. Make sure that they affect them positively, because they are affected as a group. So if you make wrong decisions, they will affect all of them as a group, because it affects the organization as a whole. Then we have the internal policy level. The internal policy level. Internal policy level, you look at the nature of a company and the relationship with these employees and the managers. Internal. So you are looking those activities which are being done in an organization. What is the relationship between the managers and the employees, the managers and the employer, that is the stakeholder? So in general, you look at the interest of the company, relationship. Interest of the company, relationship. Between employees, and the managers. Employees and the managers. So this one is internal. Which relationship do you have as an employer or as a manager and the employee? Is it a good relationship or a bad relationship? Will it affect the other party negatively or positively? That is now what we call internal policy level. Then we have personal level. You have personal level. Now, personal level, it deals with an individual. So how do people treat one another within a corporation? How do you treat one another? You and your fellow employee, you and the manager. So it is personal, how you deal with personal issues within the organization. So in this case, we are supposed to be honest with one another. Supposed to be honest with one another. Make sure the decisions which you make, they are not going to affect the other party negatively. Have a good relationship. Make sure you understand how you are going to deal with one another day to day, because you are going to work together for many times. So you are supposed to ask ethical questions like, how am I dealing with the other one? How can I make another person to behave the right way? And how you are going to make your relationship a good one in an organization.